Alright, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by the shop. In this episode, we are going to go in there and tackle everybody's favorite, the wiring harness. Yeah, everybody hates these things. The brakes on the lines, the nibs that aren't good on the ends. It's just a pain. But if you do it right and you get everything lined up, it's really fun. It's really easy, and I kind of enjoy it. So anyway, this is actually after I've done all of this, so I'm going to show you what we've done, and then the video will actually chronologue what we actually did. So here we go. There it all is. Oh my gosh, this is the actual wiring harness diagram from Honda that I used to do everything, and then we get everything done. It's been coated with braided line. All of the ends have been put on with Deutsch connectors. Super good stuff. And new ends soldered on, you can see. Got a new inline fuse. That's actual mini blade, which is a lot easier. And I'll put on a pigtail so I can actually charge the battery if I need to. And rehabbed the controls. These are the original controls that rehabbed. I took them completely apart, cleaned them, and then resheathed them with new coating, and then put on some new connectors. Same thing here. Excellent stuff. And then got me a new integrated tail light. Now this actually has the turn signals, the brake light, and the running light all in one. It's all tabbed in, ready to go. And this, yes, it's a 12-volt regulator rectifier, and this is from Spark Moto. If you guys aren't using Spark Moto, you should. Matthew Spark is an excellent electronic guy, and he makes his own stuff, and it's incredible stuff. I've used it on every one of my bike I can. And an old friend of mine from the Honda Twins days, really nice guy. If you're not using that stuff, definitely check it out. Spark, S-P-A-R-C-K, moto.com. He also has these vintage connectors that he sells as well. These old gold ones that are Honda approved. Very nice harness. Ready to go. Now let's see how we build it. So hang on, here we go. Yeah. These are the controls. We'll do those later. Another video. This is a mess. It's gross, it's nasty, but I've got a remedy for all this. Clean it all up, unwrap everything, clean it all up, rewrap it with a new wrap, and change out all these old brittle plugs with some nice Deutsch plugs that are waterproof. So let's see what we can do with this. Here we go. So now that we have all of this unraveled, we're going to go ahead and check the connections. Make sure that we have good connections all the way through. A lot of these have had little abrasions that I noticed, right like this. So that wire will have to be replaced. I won't reuse it. But I'll go and I'll check connectivity and continuity about all of these with my multimeter. And this is one of those things that a lot of people kind of skip, but it's the most important because nothing worse than chasing down a wire after it's been put on. So let's see what we got here. That's good. Good. This is the one with the brake. Still good, but we're going to replace it anyway. See what 3/4 looks like. Should be nice and yeah, that's what we need. So nice and roomy. So this is the tail. This is the head. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try and go through the head first. We're going to sleeve all the way through, and then we'll try and tease a hole and fish these out, these little pigtails, out between the webbing here. Should be able to. I've done it before, so we're going to go in and just start feeding. Okay, so I went ahead and I forgot to turn on the camera when I was doing this end here, but I just finished this little end here. What you do is you put a little slit in the webbing here, and then you pull your tag in through, and then what we'll do is we'll eventually wrap this up, but I'm going to do that right now actually. That. Now you've got a nice braided joint there, and we'll trim this off and I'll show you how to tie up these ends here. But let's go and do the other end since we're working on it. You have to be very careful you don't miss one too, because I've missed a few. I miss sometimes. Here's one more I think I have. That's the way it's supposed to go. And then now we have the end. Now the end, this is going to go up to a connector, another Deutsch connector. So we're going to terminate this. So covered up. It's nice. It's got a little bit of give. It's not too tight. Got everything kind of tied off. It's nice and tidy. So this is going to go to the battery and to the regulator rectifier, and we're going to tidy this up to about right around here. Okay, so we are now back. We're going to finish up the wiring harness. So this is the circuit that we have, and I've marked on here where I need a 6-pin connector, a couple of 4-pin connectors, and one large 8-pin connector. And I have option to use these Deutsch connectors, waterproof. They're very, very durable, and they're fairly easy to put together. So I'm going to put together a few of these. I've already done one on the rear, and you can see how nice and clean that looks. And this is a must. This is a TS100 variable temperature. I absolutely just adore this thing. I set it to 310 Celsius. Works great. Never had. Okay, so now you can see it's heating up. And it is at 300 now, and so I'm going to set that up just a little bit to 310. I find that works a little bit better. Lets the solder flow a little bit easier. So what we're going to start with is we're going to put on the pins, and if you do not have one of these, you're not going to get very far. This is an absolute must. You've got to have one of these, or else it's just not going to work very well. And what I found is if I go in and take these little pins and kind of pre-bend the little tangs a little bit so they're kind of in a little bit, they seem to work a little better. There we go. And a very, very nice crimp. It's good. So now we're going to go in there and we're going to solder these in just for a little bit of extra insurance. I do it on all of them just because I'm crazy and I don't want them to come off. Sorry. Put that out. And so this is the actual connector. It has little bitty numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just make sure that you know where your wires are going. I'm going to document all this so when I put the rest of it on the bike, I'll know where to put it. So. Click. All right, so after working on this and getting all this, this is the end result. You can see we have really, really nice little connectors here. Everything. I even put on this is for the horn, blinker relay, sorry. And so all of the connectors are on, they're all seated. Nice, clean, tidy.